Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's the drama of Ahaf Lifestyle. Today we're going to be making yummy fluffy akara. This very akara is crunchy on the outside, airy, yummy and tasty on the inside. Guys, if you follow the steps and the procedures I use in making this akara to make yours, you will not go back to your old method. This recipe and method is a fail proof and the secret ingredient is a game changer. Watch this video to the end. I'm going to show you how that secret ingredient is a game changer. Also, if you continue watching to the end, I'm going to be teaching you how you can make pap without fail. Many of us have this fear of making pap because it will always turn watery. At the end of this video, I showed how I made pap, which I paired with this akara. And if you follow that same step, you're going to get your pap done and in perfect state every day, every time. So guys, if you are new here, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. So guys, let's dive in. This is my raw beans. These beans has been picked. I carefully picked these beans. This is 3 cups of raw beans. It's brown beans, the normal brown beans we buy from the market. It's just the normal sized brown beans. It's not the tiny sized and it's not the black-eyed beans. It is normal brown beans. So after picking, I put in a bowl, pour some water to wash it. It's important that you wash your beans to get off the pesticides that used in preserving these beans. So I pour water in the beans and I get to my sink and I wash it properly. Here I'll be showing you 2 methods. I've washed and I sieved it. The first method is using your food processor to get off the chaff. So because I've washed it, the beans is already wet. I use the pause button 3 to 4 times within 30 seconds to get the peels off. So guys, you can see why I poured water and I'm going to switch it on intermittently. The peels will get off. You can see the way it's looking inside my sink bowl. That particular place where I turned it on, I was looking for the clip. So guys, you can see a good number of the chaff is already off. So the rest, I'm going to use your hand to easily get it off. So this is what you do. You pour some water and use your hands to shake it so that the chaff can come on top. Then use your hands to, apply some pressure by massaging it and the peels easily get off. So you have to repeat this process. You can reuse your water. That's why I put a bowl behind the sieve so that you don't waste water. You can reuse the water until the water actually becomes bad. So I'm picking out the good beans inside the chaff. See the water, I pour it back and I use my hand to rub it to get off the chaff or the skin from the beans. So this is what you do. You can see the way I'm rubbing and massaging it so that the peels can easily get off. So I just keep repeating the process of massage, pour out water, remove chaff, massage, pour out water, remove chaff. So this is what you keep doing until it is completely free of the bean skin or the chaff. You have to repeat this process a minimum of 5 times. A minimum of 5 times to ensure that it is already off. You can even do more depending on the quantity of beans you are doing. You can do more than that. So I continue this process until everything is out. You can see the beans is perfect now. Every chaff is off. You cannot remove it 100%. You may get to see 1 or 2 things, but it is completely insignificant. You can see how clean my beans is looking. So I'm going to prepare dates to blend it. But I didn't do it today, so I had to put it in my bowl and store in the freezer because I was already getting choked up with my schedule. So this is how you can prep your beans ahead of time. If you know you're going to make akara the next day or on a Saturday, on Friday, take time to do this and put in the freezer. Please, I said freezer. Know this is beans, it can smell easily. Put it in the freezer to ensure ice gets to it and it's completely blocked. So this is me the next day. I got it out from the freezer. Let's open it up and let's see how it looks like. It still remains the same. No smell, completely well preserved. So I get my blender jar and prep this. I didn't finish the whole 3 cups. I used about 2 cups out of the 3 cups. So I put some beans in my blender jar and I'm going to be adding my peppers. This is shombo. We call it shombo in this area. I don't know what these long peppers. It's called shombo. It is not tatashi. It is slim and long. You can use tatashi as well. The aim is to give it a bit of spiciness, hotness, and as well as color. Tatashi alone gives just color. Tatashi isn't hot, but this is quite hot. Ensure you remove all the seeds. So this is me blending it. At a point, it wasn't going down well. I had to use my blender stick to make sure I push it down. Please use a high-powered blender to ensure that everything is completely smooth. Make sure you have a smooth paste. I pour out my paste into my blender. You can see it's thick in as much as there is still, you can see some elements of water in it, but ensure that the paste is thick and smooth. That is the secret to having your akara. I added salt, about 2 teaspoons of salt. Depending on the quantity you're making, just add salt to taste. I've already added onions and pepper while I was blending. So this is me trying to use the local method of mixing to incorporate air. So I whisked. After I whisked, I had to add my secret ingredient, which is my baking powder. Some people may argue, why am I adding baking powder? Guys, let me explain. Baking powder is a raising agent or a leavener. It is used to incorporate air easily into any form of batter. This thing here is akara batter. It is similar to cake batter. It's just that the difference is that cake batter involves flour, egg, and some other things. But you see, this mixture of a whole blended stuff is called batter generally. So the essence of this baking powder is to easily incorporate air, despite the fact that you can see some portion of water in this thing. This particular baking powder is going to help it to float when you scoop it into the oil. It is not going to sink. Sometimes when I see videos of people making akara, you can actually see that the akara is sitting in the oil. It's like akara moi moi. You can see with my hand mixer, which I switched to, it's easily incorporated, and with the aid of the baking powder, you can see how this batter is looking so lush. There's no how this particular batter is not going to float. So I tried this method with raw beans because I had additionally done it with my beans flour, and I tried it with raw beans and it gave me a fantastic result. So please, if you are still in the dark age or you are still thinking as it was in the beginning, so shall it be, my dear, things have changed. Times have changed. The essence of doing this is to help us achieve better results faster and without wasting much of our time and energy and our resources. So this video is for you if you actually want to learn a way to help you overcome the trials and tribulation of akara fails. Baking powder is a secret ingredient. I am going to drop the recipe in the description. Just follow the recipe, follow the method. Your akara is going to come out really, really nice. It is even better than the ones you buy from the street. So please, if you're saying baking powder, is it cake? The last video I made, someone commented and said, I should have added egg. Now why am I adding baking powder? Please, if you know that whichever method you use to make your akara, it comes out fine, it's okay, you can stick to it. But this video is specifically made for those who are looking for better options, who are looking for a way to overcome the fails that they have while making this akara. You can see the way the akara floated. In about 6 to 10 minutes, akara is already ready. Just flip it. Look at the oil. You don't have so much sediments or so much broken particles. This is the second portion I'm frying. So I'm using my regular spoon. This is a normal 15 ml spoon that we used to eat. You can see the way I scoop it into the oil. Please, if you are making your akara, you don't need the oil to be extremely hot. Puff puff requires hot oil so that as you put it, it will bounce up. But you see akara, it doesn't need to be extremely hot so that the inside can get done within that 6 to 10 minutes of frying. What I normally do, once I scoop, after about 2 minutes, I flip immediately. I don't allow one side to get completely done. I flip immediately so that both of them can have equal amount of heat that gets inside. Then you can see as I'm flipping, after about 6-8 minutes, I'm flipping. Before it gets to the 10th minute, everything is perfect. You can see the way this akara is looking. Guys, if you pair this akara with agege bread, omo, some things there, you can actually make it in your home without having to spend so much. Since I learned making akara myself, I have always made it for my kids, for my family, and they've always enjoyed it. The size of this akara is about 50 naira on the street. You know, things are very, very expensive now. So if you can afford to make it yourself, good. You will save more and you will control the quantity and the type of ingredients that get into the kind of food you eat. So guys, this is me trying to dish this out into a bowl. Guys, this akara tasted so nice. Please recreate this recipe. You're going to love it and come back and testify. Drop in the comments what you would like to know more, your questions, and if you'll be recreating this recipe, please drop it in the comment section. Guys, there is also a link in the description where you can watch how to make akara using beans flour. Please, please, please watch this video to the end. I'm also going to be sharing how I made the pap I use in preparing this akara. You can see how the inside is looking. So airy, so nice, so tasty. Akara doesn't require more senere, just onions, pepper, salt, and your frying technique, and you are good to go. The major problem in akara is getting the technique right. And since I discovered the secret ingredient of baking powder, it has been a game changer for my akara. So please, don't think that baking powder is off. It is normal. So I've diluted my pap. One of the secrets to getting a stable pap is you have to dissolve it using little water. Don't allow it to be loose. It should be concentrated. It's going to help you when you're pouring in the hot water. That is secret number 1. 2, do not allow your hot water to overboil. Immediately your hot water boils, immediately you start, if you are using a whisking kettle, immediately it whistles, immediately you see it bubbling, just turn off the heat. Don't allow it to bubble more or to heat more or to boil more. And as you are pouring it, immediately you start, use spoon to be stirring it so that the hot water can actually get to the base of the pap. Using your discretion, once you feel okay, you have poured that, it has gotten to the base, you stop stirring it. And once you stop stirring it, you reduce the rate at which you pour the water. You try to do as if you are drizzling the water and you begin to see the pap come together, form or solidify. You can take an extra step by covering it and allowing it for 1 or 2 minutes to get it cooked. Add your sugar, add my milk, whichever thing you're using to take your pap, just add it and then combine and your pap is ready. Remember the tips I listed. Ensure that your water does not overboil. As you are pouring the water, once you get to the bottom and you have stirred it, you stop stirring. Then reduce the rate at which you pour the water so that the pap can form or come together. And 1, do not pour excess liquid when you are dissolving it. I hope that with these few points of mine, these my 3 points, you've learned how you can make your pap very well without the fear of village people. You can make your pap. It is doable. So guys, thank you for watching up to this point. I hope that you've been able to learn something from this 14 minutes video. And I know I have impacted someone somewhere. So please, if you're going to be recreating this video, kindly drop your comments. If you have questions, drop your comments. I'm going to make sure I answer every comment in my comment section. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to get notified each time I post a new video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I'll be dropping a link to another video on this page, how to make akara using beans flour. Please watch my other videos. I have amazing baking and pastry recipes free of charge on this channel. And if you have questions on any of them, just comment. I make sure I read. Until next time, bye.